Okay, guys, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching me from. I just want to say thank you for joining me today. It is a great honor to have you tonight. If you're watching me direct here, if you're watching me around the world, wherever you're watching me, just want to say thank you tonight for joining me. This will be a special edition on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. And if you feel like you want to join me, I have a number there that you call. When you call the number, I will listen and I will follow up. So wherever you're joining me tonight, I want to say to be a great show tonight, and I welcome you on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever you're watching me. I just say welcome to today's program. It has been it has been honored to speak on today's matter concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So if you are keen to watch tonight, we all share a common issue. We all discuss a very important thing that will support our argument, that will also make us to make a reasonable judgment on Nnamdi Kanu's case. Whether you are in the side of Nigeria or you are in the side of Biafrans, let's just reason as human. Let's just all reason together. Let's put things aside and be able to articulate properly. Now, I'm not here to say you support Biafra or support Nnamdi Kanu, but let's bring the legal side of it. Let's discuss this thing, based on a common ground. Now, whenever I say Nnamdi Kanu, in fact, it's kind of like a lot of emotion comes up. We forgot to look at the legal side of things that guide us as a human. We forgot to look at any nation that refuses to obey law, any country that does not obey law does not exist. That country is hard to function. Many countries are doing well today because their laws are intact. Many countries are successful today because their law are being obeyed by their citizens. In fact, their government, number one, obey their law than before the citizen. Because you as a government, you will have to show good example for citizens to be able to follow. If you don't show good example as a leader, as a government of the country, how do you expect citizens to follow? Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case have been a case that many of us have been looking up to. If you're a young youth, if you're a young kid aspiring to be a lawyer, aspiring to be a doctor or anything, you would like to listen to cases. In fact, some people go online just to track, legal side of it, just to read in order to create awareness on themselves or maybe for their family. So how can you read legal terms of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? There's nothing clear for Nigeria. And it's a shameful thing for Nigerian government to have had about four judges. This is not just lawyer, four judges, senior judges, the Federal High Court, four. And what happened is they told us yesterday that the file, James Omotosho said that the file is not recollectable, that they should make it available, that the lawyers should go and look for the file of whatever judgment they have given to Nnamdi Kanu. And even people are just like, okay, I was expecting Nigerian news to carry this out and say, man, we are in a big shit here. How can a whole country, the judges, before they send a verdict, they have already documented everything. The court system have already documented everything to make sure that everything is documented. Just for what? For reference, future reference. But what do we say in Nigeria? This judge said this and that said that. They cannot record. They say they don't have it. Then I ask myself, why did they still have Nnamdi Kanu there? If they don't have any case pertaining to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then why did they still have him? Which means Nnamdi Kanu is not in existence. They are holding him illegally. See, I'm not a lawyer, to be honest. I'm not a lawyer, but this is a common sense. I have appreciation for law. Okay, I'm not a lawyer, but I have appreciation for law. So I try as much as possible to read those kind of documents in order to create awareness, to give my own self a bit of knowledge. And I hope you two that are watching me will read any law documents in order to also, expose yourself or to give yourself such a background. Now let's go on this way. In Nigeria, what is it worth for you to study law? Do you know that some lawyers in Nigeria spend 7 years, some spend 6 years to study a law degree? At the end of the day, they spend all these 5 years, 6 years just to study a law degree. I'm not talking about chief judge. I'm not talking about SAN and all those titles they gave them. I'm just saying about common lawyer. Let me just give you one good example if you guys will remember. There's one guy they called Deji. Deji claimed that he was a first-class lawyer, but he went and made accusation against Peter Obi. He cannot provide evidence against Peter Obi. Deji claimed that he's a good lawyer. He went and exposed his clients, which is what do I call it? Very dark man. He was online saying some things about him. Now, when you study law, even many works, there's code of conduct. When you are defending a client, you are not meant to coming out to exposing that client. Whatever you and that client discuss is a confidential, because what happened, your opponent will use it against the client. Even when you guys depart, you are bounded by the law that you should not expose. Law should be protected, because you know what? Criminals commit crimes. People do murder. People do a lot of crimes. Who did they convert that to? They tell the truth to their lawyer. It's all to their lawyer to take whatever that's available to argue their cause. That is why we say we appreciate law. When there's a common story that one of the Igbo editors, he said a man, why this does not sound good, but this is law to you. He said a man went and used his daughter. One of the show, I'm credit to promoter. He said the man went and used his daughter. And when the wife got upset and called the court for him, took the man to court. They say when they went to court, what happened? That the man get his own lawyer, the government get his own lawyer. When the government lawyer started questioning the man's lawyer came out and took out his coat that was then. And in front of the court, he poured kerosene, that's kerosene or petrol, just kerosene in the coat. Immediately he started burning he put matches on the coat. When the coat started burning, people say, what is wrong with this man? Why should he burn the coat? Then according to the singer, he said that the man come up and I say, let me start my case. My case is that I have my daughter and I use my daughter. At the end of the day, he said, what I took is not someone's own, it's something that belongs to me. So they say, kid close, because that's his own daughter. Then, now I know you may have all those, and we may have different view, but this is how the case go. So what do you do then? You appreciate the lawyer for standing. This is what we call critical thinking. The lawyer win the case because of he think critically. In Nigeria, the lawyers win case because they think critically in Nigeria. Somebody spends 7 years to study a law. To be a judge, a federal high court judge, you probably have spent almost 20 years in the business. You probably have spent 20 years and go through a lot of ridiculous degrees and studies and cases and write journals before you become a federal high court. But I know in Nigeria you may just go to get there through bribe. So there's no appreciation for us to go, children to see this and inspire to be a lawyer. My brother, our problem is that we don't have our mind. Yeah, thank you. So now, you see, the thing is that we don't inspire. How can children inspire to be a judge when we see that the same thing that the judge apply is something someone that said banana in the street will apply? Do you know what I say? What does it take you to win a case in Nigeria? Do you know in Nigeria, it only takes you 3 things to win a case? Do you know one? One is for you to have connection. Maybe your father is a governor or maybe he's a politician. Then you are above the law. The third is for you to have money. If you have money in Nigeria, you win case. It doesn't matter what people think. You already won that case. The fourth is that you are the arm of government. Maybe you are the federal government, you are the law, you are the governor, you are the the president. Your case is win. There's nothing like law is being investigated. There's nothing like evidence before you. In Nigeria, you win a case by one being linked with politicians, then they throw away your case. Look at Natasha. Natasha accused the president that the president of Senate that he kind of raped her or harassed her sexually. They went and sealed her office. They suspended her for 6 months for saying that. What is actually reality? Nobody investigated that. It's reality. They concord himself because the law is that he is a powerful man. Secondly, if you have money, someone like Wike is being accused of buying, nobody went and investigate or something because he is in power. Now, thirdly, is when you are the politician yourself. That's the only way. Now, tell me, how can somebody reason in Nigeria? Nnamdi Kanu case is going today because it's not in power. because the power belongs to Tinubu's, people that want Nigeria to separate. Some people come and say, one Nigeria, we want one Nigeria. Do you know that the Igbos are actually the ones who wanting one Nigeria? The one Nigeria you say, if you someone that say you want one Nigeria, is only the rich Igbos thinking of that. If Tinubu want one Nigeria, Nnamdi Kanu case could have been settled since. They could have bring this thing out diplomatically. If other states want one Nigeria, you see what is happening in Lagos. Igbo stock shops are getting destroyed. That's not the mentality of one Nigeria, and nobody is getting to persecute anyone. There's no problem. If you want one Nigeria, the Igbos elders have called, let's release Nnamdi Kanu. Release him, release him, release him. You continue to say, no, no, no. What do you want? You want chaos. The people have called, my youth, we say release this guy, release this guy. You say no. What they want is chaos. It's not one Nigeria again. Nnamdi Kanu case is such a pathetic case, and it's also good for you as a Nigerian to expose where you come from. You see the bad government. You see the bad everything in the country. You know, in a Western world, that's why if you're living in Western world, you have to appreciate the structure they put in Western world. Even when they have corruption in Western world, it's a limited corruption. You have to just appreciate the structure, how people function in Western world. In Western world, people, lawyers, judges go by evidence before them. Lawyers bring all the documents, all the evidence they can gather to defend their client. So when it comes before the court, lawyers bring whatever evidence they have, present it before the judge, right? So the judge can be able to see, everybody present their evidence. It's two lawyers now articulating. That's where you say IQ, you say academic qualification. People begin to reason. People begin to strike each other's brain. That's where you see somebody who commit crime will go free because the other lawyer win the argument with cool evidence. Now, what is the work of judge? The work of judge is to apply the evidence given to him and to make a reference with past judges. That's it. They win the case or you lose the case. So if you probably commit crime, you see, people say committing crime is not enough for you to go to jail. You know that. It's what your lawyer presents. You may get a good lawyer that argue your case. At the end of the day, they free you. You may get a good lawyer that argue your case. At the end of the day, you serve maybe crime that you need to serve 20 years. You serve 5 years, 3 years. That's why you get lawyers. And what this law is all about appreciation, where people try to read meanings, motive, psychology, mental health, and everything, bring it together. They do holistic check on you. When I say holistic check on you, is that they check everything around you. What leads you to do this? They check both your background, your parents, everything around you. They check it. The lawyer will present those things and argue. Now, Nnamdi Kanu case have never been argued. What we see in Nnamdi Kanu case is kangaroo case. Kangaroo in Australia, they jump. They are making law on run. The justice say, I don't know what is going on. I don't even have, James yesterday say he doesn't even have record of Nnamdi Kanu being discharged or acquitted or whatever. He doesn't have record of it. He doesn't have record that Nnamdi Kanu was brought from Kenya. Even when Kenya courts also have said it. He said he doesn't have record that Nnamdi Kanu was brought from Kenya. This is what happening. The lawyer should present the record that showed that Nnamdi Kanu was brought from Kenya. This is not lower court in Nigeria saying this. Even his lower court is a disgrace. But this is the federal high court. They thought they are doing those things just for them. Nigerians, we don't build for generation. These are something that generation will come tomorrow and see. They will sit down in the judgment seat, maybe 30, 40 years. They will not be in that seat. The generation will come and sit on the judgment seat and say, wow, this is a very great court here. What this people judge here is awesome. We saw what's happening in INEC. We saw what's happening in Nnamdi Kanu again. If you're in Nigeria, if you're in Africa, you have to be very worried in that country. You have to be very worried. Because country that does not have law. You see what we see now in Nigeria is that EFCC, who did they arrest? The Yahoo boys. Yahoo boys because they don't have people. Why they arrest the Yahoo boy? Maybe they ask the Yahoo boy to give them the money. The Yahoo boys have finished the money. Then they will arrest the Yahoo boy. The next thing, they give the Yahoo boy 20 years. They give him 5 years, 10 years. How about the politicians that are stealing? Nobody goes there. How about the chief judge that is seeing things that are happening? Even though you have not seen, you have been hearing everything that happened. They say no. It's time that Nigeria wake up. Igbos, Igbos, I feel like saying this, but Igbos are the weakest tribe in Nigeria, the weakest. We probably say we have the money, but Igbos are the weakest tribe in Nigeria. If you see, I'm going to make a broadcast about these Igbos, If you're an Igbo, you have to be worried. Igbos, I don't know what happened. They have elected leaders that actually let the generation down. Do you know all that happened? We did not see any Igbo governor coming to speak against Nnamdi, to speak for Nnamdi Kanu. Look at the Northerners. Do you know that the Northerners have not declared Boko Haram as a terrorist organization? It's Nigerian government calling that. The North have not recognized Boko Haram like that. You saw it, what happened. They brought Isaiah to come to Katsina to make peace, to beg him for peace in front of everybody. Isaiah came with grenade. He came with the sophisticated weapon, all of them. Nobody. Some came with army uniform. Nobody questioned them. Tell me, if you do that in Igbo land today, the governor will say they should go and kill you. They should go and destroy you. Igbos have made themselves to be the weakest. I'll give you an example of why Igbos are making themselves to be the weakest. Do you see what happened in Ghana, where the Ghanaians are saying that Ezendibo must go, Ezendibo must go? What happened to our Igbo people? They say that Igbo chief went and said that, okay, because of that Igbos, Ezendibo in the diaspora should stop, because they pressed them. They feel that way. Igbos cannot stand and say, hey, listen, Ezendibo is our cultural heritage. These people are meant to teach our children in wherever they reside. Igbo culture is not for you, it's for Igbos. Ezendibo is for Igbos. Unless you are Igbos, you listen to them. If you're not an Igbo, then do your thing. But what happened? Igbos, they did not reason. They did not even reason at all. They just say, no more. Okay, we had it. Ezendibo. This is a weak race. Secondly, our great son, Simon Ekpa, had a problem in Finland. No matter what he has a problem on, he didn't steal. Instead of Ndibo to stand up and say, hey, this is our son, we have to discipline on our own. What did Ndibo do? Ndibo said, oh, some even Ndibo even come out to defend and start jubilating. No country do that. Even in this country you are, even in Europe, if you arrest European citizens outside, they will come first to defend their citizens first. They defend the integrity of the country. It's not about that citizen, integrity of the country. That's what you defend. It's not about individual. Because what happened now? So what happened today? Igbos become the softest target. You see it. If any idiot will come up tomorrow and go and meet P2B and talk rubbish about P2B, he get away with it. But say that about the Northerners. If you talk that about the Northerners, you'll be in trouble. Talk that about Yoruba, you'll be in trouble. You saw a guy that went to say that last time. He said that about Yoruba. He said that Lagos is a no man's land. It doesn't take him 24 hours. He came out. No, 48 hours. He came out and said, no, that's not true. I made a mistake. You heard him. But if it's an Igbo, no, that's it. You say, go to hell. Because we made our tribe to be very weak now. We are making our tribe to be weaker. Igbos are not like that before. Nnamdi Kanu have been hold there. The governors have not shut down the government. Hey, listen, we have told you guys to do this for us. You guys thought, okay, let's shut it down, or you guys should give us this mandate. The governors have not taken that step. So Tinubu play around with us. If you read it, they say it's the governors. If you read it, they say the senators. None of our senators have said, listen, guys, we need to shut this thing down. Either this boy is out or we stop this government. We don't care. Tell us what you guys want. They are destroying our brothers' things in Lagos, in Kano, in Abuja. Our brothers, a lot of Igbos, we went in their place, we developed, we build and do everything. They will sell it to us. They will sell their lands to us. After 10 years, they will come back and say, no, Igbos have bought all our land and we need to destroy it. Their governor will start destroying your land. They will not refund the money they bought. They will not refund the money you bought that plot. They steal from Igbos. In Lagos State, Igbos bought lands in Lagos State. They buy it very expensive in Lagos State. After 15 years, the governors came and destroyed those lands that Igbos bought in Lagos State. They never refund them 10 kobo. They didn't even allow some of them to get their property out. Is that not a scam? That is a scam and criminality. But you take them to court, Nigerian court, because they're in power. They've gone free. Look at Nnamdi Kanu. Sunday Igboho, the same almost similar thing. What happened? Sunday Igboho is there rolling around. The Islam terrorists, they are there. The police will see them. In fact, you see the terrorists celebrating with armored car. They stole from the Nigerian military, killing them. Tell me, if you keep police in Nigeria, what did they do? They went and started killing our youth. Youth that does not know even whatever that happened. When they sign you, you're a youth boy in Igbo land, they will start killing you. Even the governors will be calling them, yes, kill them, kill them, kill them. Then how do you think that Igbo will stand? And some of our Igbo boys say, yes, kill them, they're bringing us unrest in Igbo land. Kill them. Forgetting that those youths, they are the one that will stand tomorrow to fight if anything happens. Any country that destroys their youth will never exist, because at the end of the day, we will never beat nature. No way. Highest Tinubu have is 10 years more. Highest. If Tinubu have actually, highest he have is 6 years more. He's gone. He will be gone on this planet. Then the next generation will take over. If you kill them, at the end of the day, your life, your household will make, we have nothing. Tinubu have only one son, and he's not scared of life. They will take that one away from him. When you look at Nnamdi Kanu yesterday, I don't know if you guys had a time to look at Nnamdi Kanu yesterday. When I look at him yesterday, I feel broken. If you are really genuine individual, when you look at Nnamdi Kanu yesterday, you empathize with him. You will see someone who is desperately sick. Nnamdi Kanu try to put up shows, maybe not to cause problem to the country. Nnamdi Kanu by nature, no matter how you do, Nnamdi Kanu is a kind guy. Nnamdi Kanu wasn't a violent guy, no. He's a kind guy. Because if Nnamdi Kanu was a violent guy, he could have given Nigeria trouble a long time ago. When you look at him yesterday, you know that Nnamdi Kanu is sick. When he turned his back, go back and watch that video again. I posted the video. When you check out my video, when they sent it to me, I posted the video. When you look at Nnamdi Kanu yesterday, your heart will be broken. I feel like since the arrest of Simon Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu have been left to rot. And one funny thing is that whenever they present Nnamdi Kanu just in the newspaper, they put Ifeanyi Ejiofor. What is Ifeanyi Ejiofor have to do there? Instead of Aloy Marco, they put Ifeanyi or Nkanu, the second thing. They put somebody who does not have anything to do with that case again. Because they are trying to degrade Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I read some of you guys comment. I read some of you guys comment on the videos. I read some of you guys. And I just feel like, yes, a lot of our brothers, they still have him in their heart. They still have him in prayer. They all have good wishes for him. Unfortunately, those DOS that Nnamdi Kanu left, they are no longer there. If you want to have about DOS, I have to tell you, I don't know, maybe my YouTube, you go. So if you're watching me from YouTube, thank you very much for joining me, guys. You guys on YouTube and you guys on Facebook too. Thank you for joining me, everybody, anyway. So if those guys in DOS are not connected to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they have lost contact with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a long time ago. Most of the thing that you get from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come from his family member, maybe Prince Emmanuel Kanu, or maybe they come from Kanu Takanu. They just post as I said, family. It becomes a family affair. It shouldn't be family affair to them anyway. It should be that IPOB, DOS are handling the case somehow. DOS is just there. They don't know what is going on. Because they are even fighting Aloy Jumako. If you go to their list, they are even fighting Aloy. So I don't know how our country is going. It's kind of fitty, like, how long will Igbos continue to do this thing? In Echakwa and Mogina, so what is going on, Igbos need to wake up. Igbos need to wake up. What we are saying is not good. There's added in Igbo that says Onyala Lawania. People probably think, okay, what is happening to Nnamdi Kanu is because of Nnamdi Kanu. If they had done this to Nnamdi Kanu, they can do it to you. They can do it to any Igbo man. We saw Rochas during his time. He lay down, start praying to God. Rochas, the humble Rochas. Up to today, Rochas is not talking again. But when Rochas was governor, he feel untouchable. We saw what is happening to Hope Uzodimma. But there will come a day Hope Uzodimma will humble himself. Believe me this. See David Omai. You see? So Igbos will keeping quiet while our brothers are suffering because we feel that it's not us. It's not our son. It's not our daughter. This guy have his family. He has his child. He's not feeling well. His heart is failing. And we are waiting. We keep saying that, oh, if something happened to Nnamdi Kanu, you will see Igbos. Why? So when they killed Nnamdi Kanu, that's when you will see the Igbos. Our governors cannot rise up and say, hey, enough is enough. We, the governors, see, the Easterners control this thing going on in that Nigeria. We, the governors, we cannot shut down and say, hey, listen, now our brother is here. You guys refuse to. We have asked and asked and asked. Let's shut down this government. They can't come from nowhere and come and kill you. They made a statement. Let's chop this guy, bring this guy out. If it is the North, they could have released this guy for a long, long time. Because the North have that voice. I see somebody saying something one time. Is that 2 days ago? He said that Christians should start arising to also retaliate what they are doing, Muslims are doing to them. And there's a place in Maiduguri those days when every time they say Metesina, they will go, this I'm talking is a long time ago. They call them Metesina before they become Boko Haram. Every time they will go there and destroy that community. Now this community, they are Christian community. They all rise up and go there and attack them. Now they go by themselves to attack them. You know what? They come and say, let's make peace. Since then, they never do. Till Boko Haram start again. So Christians, we always say God will do this. Like Igbos, we say, our business. That your business is what they are destroying. Go to Lagos. They send me, I will bring the video later, Alaba Market. See what happened in Alaba Market the day before yesterday. They went to Alaba Market and destroyed everything in Alaba Market. They destroyed the building Igbos built there. That is the business you are protecting. They destroy it. If they can't destroy it with their bulldozer, they will set up light there so that they will light their business. Our brothers they have in Abuja, they say, oh, Igbos have so much money in Abuja, we don't want to lose it. It will come to you. It will come. You see, something we say, we don't believe this. Like, we say, it's never my turn. It not reach me to not do this. It's not reach my family because you think that it have not touched your family or touched your loved one. Those people is touching, they are human beings. Now they cannot call just for referendum. Do you know how many Igbo youths have died because of this? The whole of Nnamdi Kanu is the whole of Igbo man. If an Igbo man come out and say, now Mazi Bondo, that man is a stupid man. Because Ozi Bondo is in prison. If Nnamdi Kanu is in prison, as I concern, every Igbo man is in prison. Hope Uzodimma is in prison. What do they call it? What they call it again? Soludo is in prison. If you like, make you claim, say, you know, be a Igbo man. If you like, claim anything, outside people will tell you that you are Nyamere, you are Nyamere. You see, during the time of election now, even those that claim that they are from Bayelsa, this and that, hey, they say, what? Go your place, you are Igbo man. During the time of this current election, they told you. They say, oh, you look like Igbo. You don't even need to say. Go to the North today. If they have problem, you're a Edo man. They don't know who is a Edo man. You are Igbo. How would they do? So, guys, it's time that we begin to think twice. What happened to our brother is unacceptable. If you and Igbo look at Nnamdi Kanu case, today the lawyers, they're asking them to bring back what judgment did they have. They don't have the record of it. So if the lawyers have lost those papers, then it didn't work. Then he asked the judge, if you don't have record of it, I don't know which kind of lawyer they have actually. If you ask the judge, if you don't have record of Nnamdi Kanu on all the judgments, then why is he still here? Why can't you leave him go? If you don't have judgment that Nnamdi Kanu come from Kenya, then why do you have record of other ones? You should let him go. That's it. If you don't have record that Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya, why do you have record of Nnamdi Kanu being here? What record do you have? Why do you have other record? You don't have other record. So if you don't have any record, Nnamdi Kanu needs to be discharged and acquitted immediately. And federal government should pay him. You see, Nnamdi Kanu, before I told people, before the wife of Nnamdi Kanu is coming out, I told her she's doing the wrong thing. When she's coming out, she was going to campaign against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. She refused to campaign against her husband. She needs to go out and cry about her husband, not about Simon Ekpa or whoever then. DOS, only thing you see DOS that time, they are coming up for Simon Ekpa. Now, where is DOS? You can't find them again. They don't longer be there. They're no longer there again. DOS is no longer in picture again. You don't know. Have you heard anything in DOS again? You only see IPOB say this. Individual will come out and say IPOB say this. Nobody. What they call it? Prince Emmanuel will come out and make his own declaration on behalf of IPOB. They say it's IPOB. I just pity for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's why Simon Ekpa that is strongly fighting for him have been held on dungeon. Now who will help him? I keep saying that in any country, in any city, that you kill your warrior. If you kill your warrior, you imprison your warrior, you are like, they'll just come and carry you and gone. So we Igbos, some of we Igbos have accepted that our brothers should be kidnapped and Simon Ekpa should be locked up. Now, who will fight for Igbos? See what is happening in Igbo land. Who will fight for Igbos? Who will come out and speak? Who will come out and speak tomorrow and say, Nnamdi Kanu? Before Simon Ekpa is out, you see everybody, all the radio, they will be crying, bring Nnamdi Kanu out, bring Nnamdi Kanu out. The governors will say, Nnamdi Kanu say this one, Nnamdi Kanu say that. Since Simon Ekpa has been locked, how many times have you heard them say, they gone there and say, Nnamdi Kanu say, I'm not included? And they don't say it again because the threat is out. So for them to sacrifice Nnamdi Kanu, no problem. If some of Nnamdi Kanu, and now listen, some of IPOB members have turned against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They're actually broadcasting against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if you don't know this. Some of them have turned against him. They're broadcasting against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's true. So you see, our Igbos are easily being taken out, and others are dealing with us. Every day, Igbos' property are getting destroyed. Nothing happened. If you do anything, Igbo man will go, they will tell you, okay, you have position here, we're going to destroy your position. The Igbo man will keep quiet. If something okay with our family, it's okay. That's why I like the Western world. They say if you see something, mostly in countries like Australia, they say if you see something, you say something. Because what you refuse to say today will come to bite you tomorrow. You see those people that being governor, they refuse to fix the road. When they left the office, they will still come back one day to pass that road. Either their sons or their daughter will pass the road one day. Those that are governor, they refuse to build hospital. One day, their son may be victim of that hospital. They refuse to build. Maybe, and that governor will be in position that he'll be shouting, oh, why can't this governor build hospital? You tell him, shut up. When you are governor, do you build this hospital? So if we see something is going wrong, we say, well, after all, Nnamdi Kanu is not my brother. After all, I can't jeopardize my business because of Nnamdi Kanu. After all, sit at home is breaking my finance. When Sarah is breaking your finance, why can't you go and speak and say Nnamdi Kanu should be free? This is what we are turning ourselves today. So whatever we speak and refuse, and whatever we see and refuse to speak, it will come one day to bite us. We should all stand up to speak the reality. So my own take today is, as an Igbo man, Igbos are weak now. We can't speak for ourselves again. Igbos are the weakest in the tribe now. It is. You see what happened. Igbo na Ghana, Igbo say, oh, kill him. No more Igbo. Because they just got pushed little. Simon, oh, imprison him. He says that. Then they came back and realized, even on Igbo writing rubbish. I just pray that those people that have a good heart, want liberty, want liberation, they should not be a victim. But those people that support it, let them reap the wrong thing that they have supported. You know, sometimes when things happen, they always say, oh, if it happen, they will run to Abuja. They run. Forgetting one day that Abuja will catch fire. That Abuja you're seeing. You know, people that build in Lagos, they don't believe that one day they will be in Lagos being driven. See what is happening in Lagos today. People, land getting destroyed, a lot of things getting destroyed. Nnamdi Kanu is no longer a topic. We're just empathizing. The IPOB Nnamdi Kanu setup is no longer there again, it's gone. People are shouting. But the children will win. Anyway, thank you for watching me today. And I think I've given you guys some good talk today. And I hope you guys stay safe. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you and stay blessed. Bye. So if you're watching me YouTube, you are watching me for a long time, and I say it has been a program today, and if you have this good heart, just be a good person. Liberty is good. It's good that we stay and enjoy good things. It's good that we stay and be able to appreciate good things. You know, what we are seeing in the Nigerian government is really unfair. The way Nnamdi Kanu is being handled, Nnamdi Kanu is not well. In fact, if they can be given, you know, we haven't had before they give any IPOP or what they call it, rehabilitation. We only have how the Nigerian government is rehabilitating Boko Haram. We only have that, oh yeah, it's an Igbo, this and that. It doesn't work. But we believe that one day the truth will come out. So thank you for joining me here, and please always follow me, comment, and let me know what you think. Stay safe and stay blessed.